Hello. Welcome to this new video. This time I want to cover an interesting topic, and that is how to use artificial intelligence for cybersecurity tasks. Now, if you are a network administrator, if you are a security administrator, security engineer, if you're a pen tester, so on and so forth, you have to rely on AI to help you do your job better and more efficient. If you're not, or if you reject to do that, you're going to fall behind. You're not going to be as productive, and you're going to be not as effective as you could be. Now, there are many tools, as I have mentioned in other videos, that are going to help you to perform cybersecurity tasks. Now, a lot of the technology that you use in production, in this case, I'm talking about um, organizations, right? If you have a web content filtering, if you have a network monitoring system, if you have anything that analyzes data as SIMs, right? If you have Splunk, if you have Datadog, if you have vulnerability assessment solutions, they all advertise that they're using artificial intelligence agents to perform better. And the truth is, it is true, they're using that. Now, in your day to day activities, you can also incorporate different tools, or AI tools, I should say, to allow you to do a much better job, or to do it more efficient. For instance, let me give you an example. Let's say that in this case, I'm using Claude, and I also have ChatGPT window right here. And let's say that you're performing a vulnerability assessment solution, and you want to find specific tasks that you want to perform, but you are not well versed into programming languages, right? You're not a power user when it comes to PowerShell, Bash, Python, or anything like that. You can ask your, in this case, I'm asking Claude, explain, not that, uh, help me create a script that's going to identify all SMB shares in the network, or whatever you want to do. And actually, I'm going to put right here, I hit enter. I should have done that before. And that's going to respond to your prompt. Now, this is a not well thought out prompt that I just uh, added in here. And not only that, actually, there is an answer for this. I don't have to create a script for that. I can use Nmap, which is a simple configuration, and that's going to do it for me. But in this case, this is creating a script based on my a Python script based on my description, and it's going to generate that for me. As you could see, in my case, I do not know, or I'm not typing any Python code for that. The system is generating that for me. But as I mentioned before, it all has to do with how you communicate with the AI interface, in this case, Claude or ChatGPT, whatever you're using, and how you present the prompt. In this case, as I mentioned before, this is not the best, well thought out prompt. There's a concept called prompting engineering out there, which is unbelievably, it's a career, it's a job. Uh, but I see it as a job with an expiration date, right? Because the better it gets, the less need these people are doing these jobs are gonna be in demand. But anyway, I should have asked a questions instead of doing this. I should have asked. I'm using Mmap, right? How do I find all SMB shares in my network? That would have been a much better prompt. Obviously, if that is if I use an Nmap, and that's going to give me the commands for that. And it's going to show it to me right here. And I can even be more specific. I can say, oh, thanks, my internal network is 172.16.522 slash 0. and that's going to update the commands for that. So you get the concept. So you can interact with whatever AI tool that you want to interact to find the answers that you are looking for. The other thing that you can do, and something that I use quite often, to be honest with you, is analyzing email headers. And I have a sample right here of an email header. Let's say that part of your jobs is to look into analyze systems, right? And sometimes users receive emails and they're asking you, hey, is this email legitimate or not? And it went through the filter, everything looks good, but still you have some suspicious. In that case, you can ask the AI to help you with that. This is a sample of an email header of a special email that went through the filters in my test environment, and I can go to ChatGPT, for instance, like, can you analyze this email header for me, and just type it, and that's gonna do its magic. Now, there are many different ways, and there are many different tools that you can use for this. It doesn't have to be Chat GTP. You can go to VirusTotal and do it from there, but you could do it right from here, right? And that's going to be analyzing all this for you. One of the reasons why I like using AI is because you can establish a quote unquote conversation with the answers you are provided. If I paste this email header into virus total, that's going to give me an answer, and that's going to be the final answer. Whereas when I do it on chat gpt, it's going to present information to me, and I can ask follow-up questions on that, right? For instance, if I want to ask, it's giving me a couple of red flags right here, red flags and suspicious indicators. From the name is basis for encoding. Let's say that I want to learn more information about it, right? I can follow up with questions to the AI agent in here. I can ask, can you help me understand the impact of in this email? And that's going to continue providing information based on my prompts. So this is one of the benefits that I see when using tools such as ChatGPT in this specific task, for instance. The other thing that is super useful, it can help you generate reports or summarize reports, right? In this case, for instance, I have a report here. Let me find it for you. I ran a Zap proxy to scan a vulnerable web application running on my test environment. I'm using web code, and I ran the report, right? And I'm using this as an example, and it's going to provide a lot of information. If I come down here to my computer, I have the report saved in a PDF format, and the report is actually very comprehensive and very logical. But if I want to summarize that report and I want to make it easier for people to understand, I can interact with ChatGPT to do that for me. And that's one of the powerful things of these tools such as Claude, ChatGPT, and DeepSeek and all that. I can say, can you analyze and summarize this report for me, right? And I have to spell this correctly, and I'm gonna upload my report. Oh, I have to be logged in to do that, and I'm not logged in. So let me do it from Claude, because I'm logged in right here. And I'm gonna add this upload file, and this is gonna do it home. Let's find it. Here it is. And that's gonna go through all the report, and it's gonna analyze it, and it's gonna summarize it for me. So this is one of the things that is gonna help you with your job, with your day-to-day functions, right? Like instead of displaying everything in the report, just going through it and it's gonna summarize it for you in whatever way you want, right? You can tweak it. You can ask, uh, in this case, Claude to expand on one of these vulnerabilities that were identified in that report, so on and so forth. Another thing that you can do, and something that I do quite often when you run vulnerability assessments, depending on the vulnerability assessment product that you have, and many of them have AI enabled, you're going to be able to you're going to get CVS, right? And it's going to tell you the vulnerabilities that were identified and all that, and you may get a lot of them. And the truth is that you're going to get a report, and uh, they're going to be categorized as high, medium, and low, depending on the product that you are using, and it's up to you to do that. But let's say that, and this happens quite often, you have some auditors or you have some third party companies of software that tell you, hey, you have all these vulnerabilities and you have to take care of them, right? And they don't give you the report, but they do give you the vulnerabilities. In that case, you can use, in this case, chat gpt, like an auditor gave me these vulnerabilities. Can you help me prioritize them, right? And then you paste the vulnerability CVs, and that's gonna do its magic, and it's gonna, depending on the CVs, the score, and the potential impact, it's gonna tell you which one you should address first, right? So it's gonna go through that, and it's gonna tell you that that is critical, blah blah blah. So this is one of the many ways that you could use AI to create, to help you with your day-to-day task. Obviously, like anything else, and I just want to make sure that you understand this. I take all this information with a grain of salt. At this moment, AI is going to be great to do many repeatable functions, but when it comes to analytical thinking, even though it's doing a great job doing that, I, as a human, as a person, have to verify that information, because there are a lot of hallucinations and information that is not accurate, that you have to make sure you implement the human aspect to the AI. Probably in a couple of years, that's not going to be the case, or it's going to be less. But as of now, you have to verify everything, especially when it comes to things like these, things so sensitive as vulnerabilities and things of that nature. Another thing that you can do is, like, for instance, you have these vulnerabilities right here, or it was identified, right? It says immediate action, and you can ask, can you help me protecting against this, or whatever prompt you want to do, and that's going to give you information. In that case, I run out of tokens because I didn't log in, but I have an account that I use for that. But you get the concept. So remember, when it comes to AI, this is a feature that is there to make your life easier and to make you more effective in your job. Make sure that you get better at it, that you understand more. I just showed you a couple of prompts that I used. Perhaps you said, you know what, those were not the best prompts for the specific tasks that I wanted to accomplish, but this was for demonstration purposes. And the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it, and the better the system is gonna understand you. What I would advise you to do is get a paid version, if you can afford that, of one of these tools, be it Gemini, be it Claude, be it ChatGPT, and start interacting with it, because you also are going to be training the models in that way, and you are going to be able to collect more information or receive better information even when you make some mistakes with your prompts. So thank you for watching. I hope that this is going to motivate you to get better at implementing different AI tools into your day to day. If you are using AI in a way that I didn't mention, I would like to know. Why don't you leave that in the comment sections? I'm interested to know how other cybersecurity experts or people into cybersecurity are using AI to improve their day to day jobs. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next video.